Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got a 2017 Hyundai Elantra. Customer complaint is, let me just start this car. Customer complaint when it starts, our immobilizer is on there, right? And then, what else? If I'm gonna turn it off, our lights outside, you see that it's off. No key. Our lights outside is gonna be on. So let me try that again. So right now it's off. I think when I'm gonna turn that on and off on the switch, okay, wait. Okay, so uh, our exterior lights it's off right now, but earlier all our tail lights and daytime running light, even though the key our key is out, are all on. So the last time that we checked this, they said that we cannot communicate with our VCI, and you can see there that our OBD port or this guy won't turn on, right? So that should have a power there at least, even though we don't have a key. So right now we have two options. We're gonna check our wiring diagram, right? See what pins are for. And usually if I have that kind of issue, I use my breakout box here, so that I don't have to probe anything on the front of that OBD port there and damage the pins. So we're gonna plug this guy in. Let's see what we have in there, and it shows nothing. So that's why we cannot communicate our scan tool on that one. It's not powering up. So let's go to our wiring diagram and see what's going on. Okay, so here's our wiring diagram. This is our data link connector. We got MCAN high and low here, number 8 and number 16. Flex ray low, chassis ground 4 and 5 signal ground. We got K line, so we don't have to worry about that. And then pin 6 and 14, that's our CCAN, right? And pin number 9 or pin number 16 here, that's our power for our data link. So let's check our voltage in there and see if we have voltage, but for sure we don't have voltage, and we can check quickly on the memory 1 10 amp on what's going on that one too. So let me grab my test light multimeter and let's see. Okay, so my multimeter is ready there. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna plug this into our ground side. So some of the breakout box, it will tell you some what's chassis ground, signal ground in here. Pin number 16, that should be our battery voltage there. Then let's connect that and see how much voltage we have. There's nothing in there, so I'm gonna just double check our power here if we have something. So we got 12 volts there, right? You can see that. So my ground side is good, but pin number 16, there's no voltage at all there. Here's our designation on this fuse, and we're concerned with fuse memory 1. So memory 1 fuse will be, where's that guy? There you go, 7. Oh no, that's memory 2. Memory 1 10 amp. So that's the guy there. You guys can see anything. So that's the guy there, 10 amp. Left 10 amp. So left 10 amp. I'm gonna probe this left 10 amp. Is it number 3? Yeah. So left 10 amp there. 0 voltage. How about the other side? we got 12 volts. So we got open here. Let me remove that guy. Let me remove that 10 amp there. Let's see. Yeah, that's fuse. I don't know if you guys can see, or the camera can see that. There's nothing in there. Okay. Let me look if I have a spare fuse here. Okay, spare fuse 10 amp. At the bottom. Okay. Now if I'm gonna plug this in, this guy should power up. Yeah. And you can see there, it's powering up. Let me remove our lights here first. So as of now, we got 12 volts there. That's the reading on there. And earlier, let me remove this, because on our other end of that pins was the connection or the communication. So clearly see we have a 12 volts there. We got 12 volts now. So let me just start this car. I thought this is gonna be interesting. Okay. So our immobilizer icon there is off now, which is a good thing. I thought this is gonna be interesting, guys, because what do you call that? Because the way I heard this from the advisor is other company installed the battery. I don't know how. Since then, after they boost it or anything, that concerned the immobilizer icon was on, even though the car starts, right? No problem. And this one was from another tech, but yeah, so it got stuck in there. So I'm here to, take over the job, just to see on what's going on. I thought this is gonna be interesting because the way I see it earlier, all our lights, exterior lights, was on even though there's no key. So right now, yeah, we can communicate there, which is good. Let's just do a quick full system scan in this one and what's going on. I think it could be during boosting the vehicle, or jump starting it. Maybe it triggered a spike, and usually if it's like that, or if it's like reverse boosted or anything, whatever, I can't say if it's reverse boosted, but anything when jump starting, it could spike. And usually the first component that will fail is the fuse, because that's the purpose of that, right? That's the protection if there's some voltage spike or current spike. In this case, we get an open on the 10 amp fuse from memory one. So that's why when we plug in our scantool dongle, there's no power at all. It doesn't power up at all. And when we use our breakout box, which is a good thing too, we can clearly see that nothing is working. And you can see here on this side here, it's flashing because that's the communication line, right? So let's see here, what's the history. Ignition voltage low. Yeah, so I guess this one has a dead battery. Try to jump start it, and I guess it spike, or maybe when they replace the battery, something spike and fuse that memory one. I thought this is gonna be interesting, guys. So anyway, I guess that's a quick diagnosis for us. Just to share with you our breakout boxes. That's very helpful. I got that from Amazon, cheap, $60 I think, but there's some good stuff, or good ones there. And also, as you can see on our data link earlier, that on that data link itself, there's a communication, right? C can high and C can low. Some especially newer cars, they don't have that, so don't rely on that. Even though back of your mind pin 6 and 14, that's the communication line. Sometimes they don't have that because it's just one wire going to a gateway and do the communication. So always double check your wiring diagram first if everything is, is there, and that's the time you can rely on all this what do you call this, on the pin outs or the port here on our breakout box. Sometimes too, some breakout box is inverted. It's not the same as the layout on the um, DLC connector here on our car, so you have to double check that. Don't rely, just always double check. So there you go, guys. We don't have more immobilizer icon there, which is a good thing. Yeah, that's it. It's a quick fix, and my assumption here is that's why that fuse blown or blew is because maybe during jump starting, right? So anyway, everything works fine, and we get a code for ignition voltage low. We know usually what with that is battery is dead or something like that, right? I hope you guys enjoyed that, even though it's not interesting, because I thought it was interesting. And see you next time. Thank you for watching.